We got some technical shit going on here, but we're not going to look at any of this today. That's for a different day. Today we're going to be talking about mail. I hate the fucking postal service, because no matter what you say to them, they're never going to stop delivering this fucking junk to my house that I have to fucking dispose of. But, since we're talking about mail, you may have noticed this on your incoming mail. Have you ever wondered what electronic service requested means? Or maybe you've seen address service requested? Well, I'm going to demystify that for you today. Stay tuned, because I'm going to tell you exactly what this means and what it can tell you about your mail before you even open it. If anyone's ever told you that they take a business reply mail envelope and they fill it with pennies or they tape it to a brick to get back at the company that sends them junk mail, they're full of shit. And here's why. QBRM, or Qualified Business Reply Mail, is always sent to a zip +4 code, where the +4 code directly correlates with the size and rate of that mailer. So for example, this one is probably correlated to first class mail weighing less than 1 ounce, which would be similar to a normal postage stamp. And if I try to fill this with anything more than 1 ounce, this isn't going to go anywhere. It's not going to come back to me, it's not going to go to this company, it's just going to go in the garbage. So tell your friends to fuck off. Alright, this right here is called an ancillary service endorsement, also known as a special address service. To sum it up, if you see this on a piece of mail, it means whoever sent you the mail wants to know if you've moved. There's 5 ancillary service endorsements: electronic service requested, address service requested, return service requested, change service requested, and forwarding service requested. These tell the automated equipment at the post office how to handle the letter if the person that they've addressed is no longer at that location. It costs the company sending you the mail extra, but it means that they can update their database of where you live if you happen to move and don't tell them. The most obvious example of this is this text message from Geico saying, USPS notified us of your move. Tell us your address. We want to recalculate your rates. You probably owe us money. There's 2 main systems, CFS and PARS. When these systems determine that the addressee no longer exists at the address provided, based on the service requested, they do one of 5 things. I'm going to link below in the doobly-doo to an article from USPS.com that explains exactly what happens based on how many months the person hasn't lived there anymore. For example, if you said forwarding service requested, and they send this to you and you don't live there anymore, in the first year, it just gets forwarded automatically. Then, once a year is over, for the next 6 months, it'll be returned back to the sender with the new address. And then finally, after 18 months, it's just returned. Return service requested means just return it. Don't forward it, and I'm not paying for you to send me the address, just return it. You can see why that might be useful for secret information or packages. If it says change service requested, it gets neither returned nor forwarded, but the sender does get the notification of the new address. Both electronic and address service requested mean that the mail is going to get forwarded and they're going to get a notification of your new address. The difference is that electronic service requested, which is typically what you see these days, means that the notification goes to them electronically, as opposed to address service requested, in which case they get an automated postcard from the post office that has the new address. If you send a piece of first class or priority mail, you can write address service requested on the envelope in the right place to be notified of the new address in the event you don't have the right address anymore, and they have moved within the last 18 months. Likewise, if you see these on a piece of mail that you receive, you know that the sender cares enough about your address to potentially pay extra to receive this information. So typically, they are someone that you may owe money to, or someone that would be very interested in your new address had you moved. For priority and first class mail, in other words, if you're just sending a letter to someone else, these services are pretty much free. But for businesses that are sending you marketing mail or parcels, they will get charged back for the notification. So take a look for the seal of Big Brother on your incoming mail from now on, because it gives you indicator on the amount of vested interest the company has in knowing where you are. While we're here, ever wonder about this little fucking weird looking barcode? This is called Postnet, which is a symbology or type of barcode that's used by the US Postal Service. Let's decode this Postnet barcode right here and see what it equates to. Alright, so the way you decode this is the very first bit is the header, so this first line is always a 1, so that doesn't count. And then the digits are 5 bits each, so here's a key, and you just start decoding your mail. In this case, you'll see that we wind up with the 5 plus 4-digit zip code, and we wind up with this 1 on the end, and the 1 on the end is the class of service. In this case, it is first class. So now you know what those funny little fucking barcodes say. There's no other secret information that's encoded in here. There's no name or street address or anything like that. But depending on where you are, the +4 could actually be very, very specific. So if you're a YouTuber and you're crossing out, you know, docs on people's envelopes that you're opening, you might want to cross out the barcode because you never know. There are many buildings or single residences that have their own +4 zip codes. So if you like this video today, like, comment, subscribe, ring the cowbell, consider supporting me on Patreon, and if you really like the channel, go to one of your subscribed channels that you don't really like so much and unsubscribe there. That way you won't get too many notifications, and you'll still see this shit.